I can't believe we're on episode 8. It's already been 2 months since this series started. Time is really flying by, so for anyone enjoying the series, I really hope you're appreciating it while it's here, because soon it's going to be a thing of the past. Anyway, this video is a review of episode 8 of Dragon Ball Daima titled Tamagami. So if you haven't seen it yet, go check it out and then come back to the video. Right away, the pace of this episode felt much faster than any other episode in the series so far, because we start off with a fight, a pretty big one too. Goku versus Tamagami number 3. And it was pretty good. Like, I don't know what else to say. I do want to mention that with very little exception, the art in Dragon Ball Daima is much better than the art in Dragon Ball Super. There were some episodes in Dragon Ball Super, especially during the Tournament of Power, where we got some really clean episodes. But just as a whole, Daima is beautiful to look at. And this fight was an example of some of the best that Dragon Ball Daima has to offer. Between the sound design and the quality of the art, I felt like a kid again watching Goku fight some mid-tier villain. Just out of curiosity, I wonder, do any of you guys have younger siblings who are starting their Dragon Ball journey with Dragon Ball Daima? If so, I'm curious, like, what are their opinions? Are they enjoying the show? Do they think it's boring, it's slow? Like, I'm really curious what the impression of someone who doesn't know anything about Dragon Ball Super or Dragon Ball Z or even the original Dragon Ball, like, how would they feel about this series as a standalone series so far? But yeah, the fight starts off with Goku in base form versus Tamagami number 3, and it felt pretty even, maybe with the Tamagami having a slight edge. But then Goku goes Super Saiyan and delivers a pretty epic Kamehameha. I mean, I kind of got flashbacks of what he did to Kefla during the Tournament of Power. I want to say real quick that Goku's transformation has to be closer to Super Saiyan 2, even though there's no electricity in his aura, because after Goku transforms, the Tamagami pretty much stood no chance. In fact, he surrendered the match. And the Tamagamis are around a Super Saiyan 2, closer to Super Saiyan 3 actually, level threat. But this is based off of the power levels of Goku and Vegeta around the time when they fought Majin Buu. So this version, this kid Goku, is considerably stronger than Goku from Dragon Ball Z. I hope everyone's paying attention to that. It means that as an adult, at the beginning of Dragon Ball Daima, Goku is far stronger than he was just a few months ago before they defeated Majin Buu. Actually, it just occurred to me that this Goku, this kid Goku, should be able to go Super Saiyan 3. I mean, it might be for a really short time because, Super Saiyan 3 drains his power so fast and all that, but technically he should be able to. So that means that even if the Tamagami had more in the tank, Goku would have been able to turn it up a notch or 10. And we're not just talking about stamina wise, because a few seconds at Super Saiyan 3 should be enough to defeat an opponent who is struggling with the base Super Saiyan or this no electricity Super Saiyan tooth thing that Goku is doing right now. So yeah, pretty much the Tamagami stood no chance against this version of Goku, which is interesting. It says that this base version of Goku, after defeating Majin Buu, is far stronger than Deborah was, and anything else that the Demon Realm has seen that we know of anyway, with the exception of maybe Majin Buu himself, because no one else has been able to even get this far with defeating any of the Tamagami in the history of the Demon Realm. That means, and I'm just thinking through this right now, that even with the Tarragon Oculus Eye, the thing that's going to power up King Goma should still be weaker than Goku is, especially since Goku has Super Saiyan 3 in his back pocket. So I don't think King Goma can be the final villain of Daima, which makes sense considering what we saw towards the end of this episode, and that is Dr. Arisu looking to create a new version of Majin Buu, one that she can control. I mean, I'm going to talk more about this in a little bit, but we got Frieza back, we got Cell back with Cell Max, or a version of Cell, and now we're going to get a version of Majin Buu back, it seems. So yeah, as of right now, after this episode, my prediction is the final villain of the series is going to be this new version of Majin Buu, and this is where we're going to get to see like power up or new fusions, because no one else in the Demon Realm right now is strong enough to really be a threat to Goku by himself, much less Goku and Vegeta combined. And I know King Goma said that the Tarragon Oculus was going to make him invincible or something like that, but he also said that a previous king, I think it may have been Abra, possessed the Oculus in the past, and no one has ever been able to defeat any of the Tamagami in the way Goku just did, or at all for that matter, in the history of the Demon Realm. Now, I don't know for certain if the king who possessed the Targon Oculus ever cared to challenge the Tamagamis himself. Maybe he was so powerful he didn't need the Dragon Balls at that point, but I can't see why he wouldn't. If nothing else, just collect them and keep them for himself. And I suspect that he didn't because he could not, which means that even with the Targon Oculus, he probably wasn't strong enough to do what Goku just did against Tamagami number 3. But yeah, I'm getting way ahead of myself. Let me kind of go in sequential order here. After Tamagami number 3 surrendered to Goku, the final part of his test was a cup and ball game where Goku had to guess which cup the Dragon Ball was under, and even though the Tamagami was fast, Goku's perception was much better, and he was able to find the Dragon Ball pretty easily, earning himself the first and one of 3 Dragon Balls for the Demon Realm. I just want to add that in Dragon Ball, the ability to perceive someone's speed is a big part of power scaling, especially now that we don't have power levels anymore. One of the things to show that someone is stronger or weaker than someone that Dragon Ball uses all the time is, can they perceive the speed at which they're moving? This kind of started with the Cell Saga, although it existed sprinkled in the series before it, but the scene in the Cell Saga where Goku asked Gohan if he was able to keep up with his fight with Cell, even though most of the other Z Warriors couldn't, and Gohan said yes, he actually thought Goku was holding back because he was able to perceive the entire fight. That's what Goku used to power scale Kid Gohan at the time, to know that he was stronger than Cell and himself and Goku at the time as well. And so in that scene when the Tamagami was shuffling the Dragon Ball around, you heard Glorio say that he fell off pretty quickly, and then the Kai said he was able to track it for a little bit, but then he also fell off. So he got further than Glorio, implying that he might be stronger than Glorio. All of the fodder around didn't see anything at all, even though the ball was thrown above one of their heads, but Goku was able to track all of it pretty easily, it seems, which implies, I mean, this is kind of beating a dead horse because we already know this, but it just shows that Goku is stronger, much stronger than Tamagami number 3. Let me also add that they actually debated us with the intro. In the intro, we saw both Goku and Vegeta fighting Tamagami number 3, but obviously Goku just defeated him by himself. So now we kind of know the game that the intro is playing, or this Tamagami is going to be relevant later on in the series again, and we're going to get to see Goku and Vegeta fight him together at a later time. I kind of highly doubt that. I think it's more likely that they put Goku and Vegeta fighting him in the intro to throw us off. Still, I hope this Tamagami is a recurring character though. Like, I hope this isn't the last time we see him ever, because he had some personality. He even said that he likes Goku because Goku fights with honor, which is interesting. The people in the Demon Realm are not all bad. They still value things like honor and a clean fight, which makes me wonder why they're being collared, why their travel is being restricted so heavily. But I have a video coming out on that. It may be out sometime this week. It's already recorded. It just needs to be edited. It's going to be a video on like the theory of everything in not just Dragon Ball Daima, but the Dragon Ball story as a whole. The closest video I've ever done to it is like my old Yamoshi video where I explain how Yamoshi sort of affected everything in Goku's life. But this one is going to be about everything: the demons, the Kais, the gods of destructions, the angels. It's really interesting. I'm actually really proud of it. So once the editing is done, I'm looking forward to putting it out. So yeah, after Goku and company leaves Tamagami number 3, we see that Glorio had contact with Dr. Arisu again. And I don't want to miss this. After they get back on the plane, Pansy confirms that Ki is a derivative of white magic. She says that Goku's transformation is him using magic. That's a big addition to the Dragon Ball lore, and they just slipped it in there in like one or two sentences. Anyway, after Glorio has his secret conversation with Dr. Arisu, we see what she's up to. And she is talking to the person who created Majin Buu, working with them to create a new version of Buu. This is a bit of a retcon from Majin Buu, because at first, I believe the lore said that he was created by Bibidi's father. But Dr. Arisu is saying Bibidi did not possess the ability to do that. It was actually this woman that she's talking with. And Dr. Arisu had to spit in her pot or whatever to hopefully get control over this new version of Buu. I just want to say this. I hope he's blue instead of pink. It looked like he's gonna be blue. I just think that would be a cool difference from the original Boo, but with the same qualities and obviously also hopefully stronger. But yeah, guys, the episode ends with pretty much the entire third world in the demon realm learning about Goku defeating the Tamagami. So now he's famous in the demon world. King Kadan and his guys are celebrating, and word makes it over to Vegeta, Bulma, and Piccolo. It seems like they're going to be meeting up with Goku real soon to head into the second demon world. I have a feeling the pace of the series is going to be picking up. Next episode is episode 10, so we're heading into the second half because there's only 20 episodes in the entire series as far as I know. So we're going to be heading into the second half here really soon, and I'm enjoying it. I want to say this is my favorite episode so far. I have to think about that because I do really like the lore stuff as well, but as far as action goes, this is the best action we've seen in the series. Anyway, guys, that's it for me. Let me know how you guys felt about the episode in the comments below. I appreciate you taking the time to check out this video. Do me a favor, have yourself a great rest of your day or night. I will be talking to you again real soon. Bye.